You as well. I mean, you're out in the outfield with Giovanni and Gavin. I mean, just how big do you think it was for your outfield there to get those two guys back? And it sounds like they're 100% healthy moving into this weekend.
Yeah, it's great getting Gio back in the outfield. I know he can track the ball down very well out in center field, so it's good to kind of put all the pieces back together and kind of the way it was early on in the year. So, it's like I said, it's good to have him back.
Dylan, how much have you guys talking about your approach at the plate in game one here with this pitcher and trying to figure it out as the game proceeds, because it looks like he's going to, be tricky.
Yeah, that's been probably our top topic since for this game coming up is our approach to this guy, because, I mean, the stats say that he, he's a very effective guy when he gets on the mound, but he doesn't have the brightest stuff, I guess. So, really our approach is just using the big part of the field. Middle is the opposite part of the field for our guys. And, again, like Trey said, not to do too much and really just put the ball in play, let these guys work. Because, I feel like at the end of the day we're a better ball club and, we just got to do what we got to do.
Hey, Dylan, just one more for me. Coach Maneri was talking about how this is a very disciplined offensive team that you guys are playing tomorrow, and that you guys are going to need to be pretty sound behind Landon on defense. I mean, just how much has that been stressed over the last couple of days, making the routine plays and being there, whenever he doesn't get like a big strikeout or something?
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time? There was a car behind me.
Yeah, sure thing. So just defensively, I mean, Coach said that this offense you guys are facing tomorrow is a little bit just more conservative, and they hit for contact, and just how important it's going to be for you guys to play great defense behind Landon tomorrow.
Yeah, it's very important. We know that Landon's going to perform up there. He's going to do what he does best, and like I said earlier, we're gonna, now that we have the pieces kind of back together, Gio in center and me and right and Gavin in left. We know that these guys are going to put the ball in play. They're very scrappy. So, Landon's going to, perform. And, when the ball's put in play, we're going to make those plays and do what we do best.
Hey, Dylan, you've had the team's had less than a week to kind of process, the information with Coach Maneri's decision to step down at the end of the season. Obviously, there was a big reason why you chose to come to school was because of him. Can you talk maybe on what the emotion can be like from a player's perspective to, push you over the edge in this weekend, possibly just to do your best, obviously, to help him extend his career?
Yeah, it's very disappointing, for what he's going to do after this year. Obviously, he's going to retire. So it was a big decision for me to come here and play for Coach Maneri and everything like that, and play under his wing and play for a great team like this. But it doesn't change my focus really. At the end of the day, I'm going to go in and play the same game I always do, and I have no intention of leaving at all. So I'm going to stay here and do what I do best for 3 years, and I'm going to go out there and leave it all I got on the field, and we gotta take one game at a time. Our focus is just to win every inning, and do this for Coach Maneri for his last year.
Dylan,
Dylan.
Go ahead, Kevin.
Hey, Dylan, has it been a big adjustment having to get ready to play ball on the West Coast?
Not really. No. I mean, it's kind of the same. I mean, I'm really far away from home, but it doesn't, when you get on the baseball field, it doesn't really change anything. I mean, we got turf field here now, so we got a lot of reps out at the JUCO yesterday, and we're gonna get some more reps here today on the turf field and kind of adjust a little bit. So, I don't think it's that big of an adjustment. We're gonna go out there and do this.
Dylan, kind of a follow-up on Coach Maneri. He said, how this week he doesn't want it to become all about him, but obviously it's very real that his career is going to be ending. How has he handled that, sort of addressing that with y'all when, he wants y'all to be able to focus on what you have to do, but at the same time, there's a graphic looming over the stadium when you're practicing, thanking him and that kind of thing. How has he sort of handled that with you guys?
He's handled it very well, and our guys have handled it very well too. I mean, obviously we know this is going to be his last year. But we're going to go out there and, you know, play for us and play for him, most importantly. So, you know, yeah, we're just going to go out there and do what we do best. But, you know, we know in the back of our minds that this is going to be his last year. And, you know, we're going to leave it out on the field.
Any more questions?
I have one
Okay.
more for Dylan. Scott Ravelli from the Advocate. Dylan, the Georgia game was one of those games where you didn't have a couple of pieces in the lineup, and now I'm sure you've had a lot of games like that this year where one player or another was missing. Now that you said you feel like y'all had a chance to rest, you have the pieces back. How confident are you that when you are that whole team that you know you can be, that y'all can play and win against a lot of teams out there?
Yeah, no, I'm very confident. You know, like I said, we got a bunch of our pieces put back together now, a bunch of guys back in our lineup. You know, I feel like when we have everybody, we're a very dominant team and we can beat anybody in the country. You know, we just got to do what we got to do best on the field, and that's hit and, you know, stick to our approaches at the end of the day and not leave that. We know that Landon and, you know, our starters are going to perform, and, you know, it's just, you know, it's up to us, our hitters, to, you know, put the balls in play and you know, do what we do best out there and, you know, stick to our plan and our approaches. And we know how we're going to attack this guy, and we're going to stick to it.
All right. Thank y'all.
Thank y'all.